The battle against COVID rages on, and the effort to combat mental health issues created by the pandemic will take time too.
Yeah, today it's Mental Health Monday, and today's focus, conquering loneliness, and how some people are doing that, all in the great outdoors.
Frank, we got a hiker over here.
Make way, team, make way.
When we get up to the sign, we're going to just take a little break.
For Effin Gentry and his band of hikers, this is a Thursday evening tradition against the backdrop of the Hollywood sign to the west, a family of deer nibbling on oak leaves to the north. They gather together to bear witness to the magnificence of nature and share an evening with newfound friends.
After the pandemic, there's a lot of people that haven't been out and they've been by themselves for a while, and this is a great way to get back into it.
This group is called Hiking with Friends. While the pandemic has created more demand than ever, Effin Gentry started it 13 years ago to combat loneliness.
Because I didn't want to hike by myself.
Evan was going through a tough breakup, and at the same time, friends who'd committed to go hiking with him were often flaking out. So he posted a public message on Facebook inviting strangers to join him.
My first hike that I ever led was, I called it the Who's Your Daddy hike. A bunch of people showed up.
Francisco Uplum was one of them.
What drew me to him was the family that he's trying to build.
Friend making / family building with strangers through shared activities has been picking up steam in South LA. A group called Ride With Us draws hundreds of riders every week, each rider committing to lift the spirits of all fellow riders.
Ride with us!
These rides are free to anyone who wants to join one. These hikes are free too. They take place on trails between Ventura and Orange counties and draw crowds like this 5 days a week. Hiking with Friends has been so successful, it's expanded to kayaking with friends and camping with friends. It was on a camping with friends trip about 5 years ago. Francisco decided what he would name his daughter.
This is Sierra, my daughter. I named her after the Sierra Nevadas because that's when I became aware that I was going to be a father.
Through the hikes and the camping trips,
I've come to relate with a lot of people. I feel like I'm building a community.
For Effin, creating this community has been healing. He takes pride in what it's done for him and everyone else.
There's always someone to show up, and then we're not alone.
His message to any nature lover struggling with isolation or loneliness:
Anybody feeling like they're alone, they don't need to be. They could be hiking with friends.
Yeah, those activities, so much fun.
Yeah.
And joining us now to dig a little bit deeper into the mental benefits of hiking, biking, and fitness clubs are psychologist Dr. Adolph Brown, a specialist in combating mental health care disparities in communities of color. Also, Brandon Gamble with the Black Surfers Collective. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And Dr. Brown, I'd like to start with you. First, how serious is isolation and loneliness when it comes to mental health?
Extremely serious, to the point whereby researchers have found that it can lead to suicide. And I mentioned that first and primary because, again, fatal. However, other things like depression, anxiety, and I think we're seeing more of that with the experience of the pandemic. I told someone recently that the USA could easily stand for United States of anxiety based on the amount of reports from psychologists having patients with anxiety now.
Yeah, you know, talking a little bit about hiking, you know, as a group activity, obviously it tackles the isolation issue, especially if you go in groups. But what are the extra benefits of being out in nature and just simply exploring?
Well, you have two things here. You have two very powerful protective factors. The first is a support system. Support systems are paramount dealing with not only mental health issues, but physical issues. And then you have nature, and nature's healing. In a digital world, nature disconnects us and allows the brain to restore itself. So these are two very great protective factors that when used, I think people are on their way to well-being.
And Brandon, if I could direct a question to you, what do you see as the benefits with activities like surfing, especially among communities of color?
Wow, I'm excited to be here. And Dr. Brown is telling somewhat of my story. I finished a doctoral program in educational psychology. I took a surfing lesson, but I didn't know many other surfers. And the Black Surfing Association developed into the Black Surfers Collective, and our whole mission has been to get more people into the water and to bring people together. And that's really become my second family here in Southern California, the Black Surfers Collective. The benefit has been not only am I not alone, but I'm also networking with people who have similar interests, similar ideas, similar aspirations, and it's led me to be able to connect with folks like y'all on the news, right? And I'm just a regular kid from, growing up here in Southern California. And my parents didn't really quite want me to have that access because they were worried that I might run into some other issues going to the beach and being the only Black kid in the lineup. But I connected with people in all walks of life. And I think that's the biggest piece. You connect with the range of people and you're able to really work on your own internal health as well as your mental health. So yeah, I'm always excited to go surfing. I feel so much better after I go. Doesn't matter if it's a bad day or a good day, it is always better.
And you look pretty good too. That was a photo. You look like you have skills.
I was thinking the same thing. You picked great photos, just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Dr. Brown, humans, obviously, we're all by nature social creatures. What is the biggest impact made by this pandemic and the lockdown?
Well, the biggest impact has been the fact that many of us had to change. And change is very, very challenging. I mean, as the old adage goes, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. So the fact that we had to change, and those who refuse to change are pretty much suffering. And it's not just from a business standpoint, it's from an individual standpoint. So I think the change has been the most paramount for people to deal with.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you both for being with us. We really appreciate you taking the time to walk us through the benefits of outdoor fitness groups. And keep up the surfing. You look great out there, Brandon.
I'll join you one of these days.
Will do. Come join us.
Yes, for sure.
No doubt.
Thank you, guys.